All right, Eric. What is your joke?
Right.
What were you gonna tell me?
How do the trees get on the internet? They log in.
You stupid.
See, I told you. All right. So
This is how we're gonna start this podcast out then.
well, a podcast I should have started a long time ago, Enrique. I mean, let's talk about that. We got planned in
Okay.
2021.
It was 2021.
Yeah, 2021 it started because I still remember when I was talking to you on the phone and I was
Or not what I told you. I was like, I wanted to start a podcast and shit. You know,
Yes.
I remember telling you that shit. But this was way before the podcasts were popping though. Like, this is way before the you know how they're popping now.
Oh, yeah,
all the
yeah.
podcast shit.
It wasn't-
This is way before that.
Because now it seems like every influencer nowadays is just doing it, and we've been wanting to do it for a long time. Just that life took.
Speak
turns.
about shit we got, you know? Because, like, okay, like, I got my music going, right? And that, like I told you, that's the only way, like, I get my shit out there, right? But then, like, I express my shit. That's, like, a way I can express what I'm feeling, out with music and shit. I found that out, like, kind of the hard way. Not really, but. And then, I don't know, like, something told me, like, I needed to start a podcast,
And just like that's something that told you to start a podcast. Like why? Because with music you express yourself.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing.
What are you trying to get out of a podcast?
Like, that's the thing, though. Like, with music, I started it out in January. But I had the podcast planned, like, 2 years ago.
You had the Instagram page made. You had the picture made, too. Everything. And there was also a few other members that were going to be a part of it. So, I mean, life takes turns. So, I mean, yeah, it's scary. Life's scary. But like I said, like, what are you trying to get out of? So you are able to express yourself through your music. What are you trying to get out of
from a podcast? Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like we can talk way more shit on here. It's obviously different with music because, like, music, you gotta let people, like, enjoy it. Like, make sure they fuck with it. Mm-hmm. And then here you can literally express everything, like, literally you talk your shit, whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, anything,
so you can throw shade here.
Yeah, you can do anything here. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like if people are gonna be watching, we're gonna have to be very careful what we're gonna say.
It's like the reason why I did this also is, like, you can say whatever you want. Like how do I say this? Like, fuck, like, it's easier to speak your shit. It's way easier to let your shit out.
Because just know all the conversations that, especially some of the songs that when you were inspired, I was in the call. Just imagine all those conversations that you were adding onto those lyrics. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. With we can just talk and we can hear the process of everything.
I remember that shit. When they called you and shit, but no, yeah, I mean, at least we got that fucking podcast running now and shit. Because it's been, like, what, 2 years? 2 years since we started talking about it?
2 years.
No, yeah, and then I remember my cousin's wife was asking me, she was telling me, he's like, so when is that shit starting, this and that? I was like, I don't know, I just haven't really thought about starting, It never crossed my mind after, like,
when
I had
did
that
he ask
account.
this?
If I want to say, probably like a month or 2 months ago. It was pretty recent, I guess. Not really late, like, years wise, but like.
And before this, you didn't even mention about it in any of your stories, posts, nothing.
Nothing at all.
So you just kind of came up and said, "Hey, when are you starting this podcast?"
Yeah, cause she I think, I don't know what the fuck they followed or what. I don't know if they followed the account or not, but she brought that up. When we were just chilling at their crib and shit.
Oh, so she probably had one of those, like, late nights. I'm bored on Instagram, just scrolling, and she's like, "Oh wait."
Probably.
Yeah, boys talk. So yeah, let's boys talk. So what's your plans? I mean, what's our plans? I mean, explain to them, like, what exactly we're gonna do.
With the boys talk?
Yeah, like, are we gonna keep this up, like, month per month, weekly? What are we gonna do with it? Exactly.
I was thinking, okay, so you guys are probably gonna get, like, maybe, I want to say at least one episode every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is that reasonable, or
every once a week, every 2 weeks? I mean, we gotta keep in mind, we gotta keep a good schedule
because we're pretty busy and shit. Well, we're trying to
busy.
Make
Life takes
shit fit
turns.
in.
I mean, Enrique, there's some life taking turns that you went through just a couple of months ago, and it never stops. It's like life never stops. It just keeps getting back at you, and it never stops.
Yeah, dude. And then I feel like once a week should be straight.
Once a week.
Once a week, and then I want to say. Well, I mean, you wanted me to tell them about the name also.
The
BoyzTalk.
Yeah, BoyzTalk. Like,
The reason why I named it?
Why did you? Yeah, why?
I don't know,
did you
'cause,
name
like-
BoyzTalk.
Because I feel like it's just like homies. Like,
homies.
you know, like it's just the homies and shit. Like, maybe eventually we'll have some other, what are they called? Oh, what the fuck are they called, dude?
You want to bring in guests?
Yeah, we will eventually bring some other special guests and shit. You know, like not really. Like I mean, you could say they're special, but it's just homies, like other homies and shit.
Like just people to catch up with.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of have
yeah.
a conversation with what they were doing in there. Like imagine like like how I've been. Let's bring in like just imagine some of our old classmates from back in high school.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like shit like that. I want to like, catch up with them, see what the fuck their lives is up to and shit. You know, and shit like that. But yeah, that's the reason why like I named it BoyzTalk, because it's literally just like the main host is basically me and you, and it's just boys talk. Like they
Just
speaking
boys
the
talk,
shit, and
bringing-
it's homies like boys plus. There ain't no female in this shit and none of that. But
And keep in mind, guys, we don't even have like a bunch of the equipment that anybody would ever need. But we're gonna expand. We're gonna expand
Yeah.
it, and in order to have guests, we're gonna have another mic. We're gonna have.
we're gonna have all this shit set up. Yeah, you guys should see like our spaghetti shit. You guys can't even see that shit. But there's a whole wires everywhere just to get this up and running.
Like
and
chargers
shit.
over there, chargers here, and then
Yeah.
and then just the amount of hours it took us just to be able to get this stuff running, and then we decided to just kind of just start with one thing and just make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we should just. I mean, the reason why we're doing this also is like to get the shit, popping. I mean, there's really nobody that does this here though in the state.
No,
Nothing like that though. Like
any of you like people that you know of and or friends that follow you or anybody that actually does podcasts.
I don't know anybody like that. Maybe there's probably someone out there, but like from what I know, I never seen. It's probably rare though. 'Cause you know how Idaho is. There's nothing here.
Everybody leaves out to the other states.
Yeah.
Leaves us here. Like, why not just start here?
Yeah.
Do something here and bring out some content. And
Yeah, nobody's done here in the
I
state.
already know there's going to be some people viewing this type of stuff eventually. And I mean, they're going to be
Hopefully,
looking for
dude, 'cause-
tea or anything. So,
And why is because it's us.
yeah. I mean, they don't know.
No, well, I guess me.
They know you.
Yeah,
But yes, I obviously.
But that's just part of the game, though.
Yeah.
They're always gonna, no matter who it is, always gonna, roll through and check it out and see what
Check
the
it
fuck
out.
we're doing, and what we up to and shit.
Especially the first episode. That's the one that's gonna get people talking like, oh, they started a podcast now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, people didn't really know I was starting it. Maybe I don't think even in the bio and the accounts, none of the shit I had like me in it. Like I didn't want to put none of my information on there. I wanted to keep it a whole separate thing. Make sure that nobody really knows until today.
You know what's funny, Enrique? I found that about and I found that just by getting on Instagram.
Oh, you didn't even
Yeah, I didn't know it at the beginning.
about the account?
No, you were gonna tell me, but I didn't know it when you first started it. Well, just the Instagram account.
Yeah.
I only found it because I saw BoyzTalk and I was like, BoyzTalk? So I clicked on it. It said new account. So I clicked on it and I said follower. So and it wasn't I wasn't private yet. So I clicked just following it. And guess who's following it?
Was it
Two
me?
people.
Was it me and
you and
another
Miguel.
one? Yeah, I remember that. But I think I unfollowed both of us on there.
Both of you guys.
Yeah,
Just to kinda keep
even
it
me
clean.
too. Like that way we, like
Keep it
keep
simple.
it simple and clean. But eventually, obviously, like we'll probably follow each other and shit
Yeah.
on there. We just gotta see how this shit goes. But yeah, that's the reason. That's probably the reason why I slacked a little bit. I've been so busy, dude. Like I told you, like I don't got time to edit or nothing like that. Like especially like the music. I already had time to edit the music.
That's where I come in. I go ahead and take care of it.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it's a big relief when you told me that shit. Like,
No.
that you could, take over the editing and shit. I was like, dude, I was like, if you're gonna take over the editing, then we can definitely start that shit anytime. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've obviously gotten better and better the more I did certain projects that I've been working on the side. It's not like big projects, but it's like projects that are just I need to constantly do something with.
yeah,
And with this podcast, I obviously it's not just gonna stay local to the audience out here. I mean, I would like to make shorts and just kind of like clip it, find out all the interesting, cool stuff about.
yeah. So basically, we're probably gonna be in every social media. Like,
Yeah.
They could probably find us in every social media, especially like anything. Instagram, Reels, TikTok, Facebook.
They're gonna find just clips and
YouTube
clips.
short,
Of
yeah,
things.
like
They're gonna go,
everywhere,
what are
bro.
they talking about? Who was this person we were gonna talk about?
Like who? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like who is he talking to? Or who is he dating? I mean,
Exactly,
yeah,
like
stuff
all
like
that bullshit.
So,
Dude, we got so much for this podcast that we're gonna speak of. There's like scary shit, like so much shit, like our personal, not really personal shit, but like shit that happened in our life, like
I mean, it's not. Yeah,
It's like, dude, this is not gonna be just about one topic.
no.
Like we're gonna speak about like literally lots of things, like literally like.
Like I mean,
lots
just
of
for
things.
example, like did you hear that today? Over in Morocco, a really strong earthquake hit that country. Morocco's like beneath Spain. Killed a
I
lot
didn't
of
hear that
people.
shit.
You didn't hear about
Today?
that? Yeah, it was today. I saw it on the news.
Oh, I didn't see that shit, dude.
See how come you don't see that stuff on the news, but then you see other stuff on the news like.
That's like not relevant to like what the fuck's happening. Yeah.
I'm
I
not
see
gonna
what you
say
mean.
what
Yeah.
stuff is not relevant, but I'm just saying like it's just like.
There's other more shit. There's other more shit that's more important than what's happening like that they're showing on the news. That's what you mean, huh? It's like shit like that. Yeah, I see what you mean. But
I don't get it. I mean, we don't run the world. I mean,
we can do anything. We can do nothing by our voice.
we
like
just
that.
have to roll around. Like, we're just getting by.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was like, I don't really. I don't care what's going on, because it probably low key affects us low key in some way, but like.
Yeah.
Not really though. You just stay in your own lane. That's literally it. Mind your own business.
That's why when people say like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that in life," why not? Well, it's because the government's gonna do. The government's here, so they do their things based on these facts that are, it's happening or it's gonna happen. Why care? Just keep rolling through your own lane and keep doing the work you want to do. Everybody has the ability to do whatever they want, and
you just gotta go out there.
Yeah, they gotta go out there.
You gotta out there go and get it and shit. Just people are like lazy as fuck to do it.
I mean, like you have a good work ethic, and I mean, you go out there, work long hours. You go back home. I mean, sometimes you pull like a 14-hour shift, and you have to go to sleep. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Not like roll through it, and sometimes you actually do it.
I do sometimes, but like. So no, like that, like I do the whole work shit, my normal work, and then I go straight home and chill for a minute, and then start with my music. Maybe I have ideas, when I'm working and shit, and that's why I go to. I was like, let me go home, do my things, and then go do the music. Basically balancing everything out throughout the whole day. You could do it. I mean, you just gotta have a strong head for that, like strong mindset and shit. Be able to like, handle all that. Like,
what keeps you going? I mean. Do you slip sometimes or what? Like, I mean, but like, do you?
What, like,
two questions. Like, how do you keep it going? And then two, do you ever slip up?
I mean, honestly, like the way, like how I keep it going, it's just like, I don't know. It's just in me,
Just in you?
Yeah, like it's just in me like that. Like, if I want it, I go and get it. Like, no matter what, like nothing's gonna get in my way. Like, I might fail a couple times, this and that, but like, and I'm not stopping. But like the main reason why I do all this is because, like, I guess you could say like from what I come from, we didn't have shit, we didn't have nothing. We came from nothing, and now like I guess like I broke that, like
broke barrier.
Broke that, yeah, and then I'm not just me, but like my family, like us too, like me and you, but like
a lot of people don't understand. I mean, it's
from where we come from, like you don't understand like.
Where we come from, it's not like we had these type of opportunities growing up, and I mean, obviously, both our parents never had those types of opportunities growing up. So growing up, we didn't grow up learning the types of things that like other classmates we were growing up with in our local town were learning. I mean, they went on to do other things, and we kind of just had to figure it out on our own, figure out everything on our own.
Yeah.
When it comes to taxes and this and that, everything was tough. But
Yeah, everything by ourselves.
it's honestly, it's pretty easy. You can just learn it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like getting your driver's
pretty
license.
quick.
I mean, how hard can it be to just get your driver's license at 18 or something like that, or 17?
yeah, and that's why I was like, I mean, there's, like I said, there's just so much shit that, like the reason why I do this for is just, well, we'll speak about it throughout the whole podcast. There'll be little clips of this, that about it later on in the other episodes. But like, the main reason why I do it though is like, I really just didn't. I already came from nothing, right?
Came from nothing.
And like, I just, like I told you, I wanted to break that barrier where like I just want to be different and make sure, like, basically I want to say take over my last name, but like make it bigger and better,
Bigger and better.
Yeah, for my last name and shit like that. But that's the reason why I do this, or even the music and shit. I never thought I was gonna do music though. Like I caught everybody by surprise.
Yeah. So you caught everybody by surprise. You didn't tell anybody. But when we obviously know when you started, it was when you uploaded that first music.
It was January 1st.
It was your New Year's resolution. You knew what you needed to do, but how?
Yeah.
We obviously know when you released music. So when did you actually start moving to make
like wanted
music?
to think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. How? Because it had to be sometime in 2022. You started
honestly, bro. It was earlier. It was even in high school, bro. Like I always thought about that mindset about like, oh, dude, like what if one day, like I know like one of my songs is gonna blow up one day. It takes one hit. That's all. Yeah. That's it. But like at the same time, I don't want to be a one hit wonder type shit. I don't want to do that. But I started it out. I thought about it like not really the kind of high school wise, but like kind of like the ending. I always thought about like making music and all. Even throughout the whole thing, like I had some other homies. I think I want to say I rap too, but like. Or like freestyle to them and shit.
And was it
like
just
that.
rap that you wanted to rap, or was it? Was there a different type of music that you were also kind of wanting?
No, it was just rap because like that's all I listened to.
Okay,
that's all I listened to, and I was like, the years passed, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna mess around. Don't get me wrong, I don't take it serious, but like, it's a little side shit that I do. Like I told you, that's the way I can express my shit.
Well, talking about rap, I mean, you say you want, so we know that you always wanted to do rap. Well, what artists inspired you, and also what artist inspires you today, to this day?
To this day?
Yeah.
Did they pass away or no?
Oh yeah, it can be just one.
Yeah, that's Young Dolph.
That's just your,
Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
And Keeglog, yeah, that's those two. And I think everybody knows that though. Like everywhere I go, they're like, I had some people tell me before, like, oh, this is Ricky's songs, this is Ricky's artist, this and that, wooty woo, because they know that. They even told me before that, like, this, every time I hear this artist, it reminds you of you. I just started laughing. I was like, oh shit. But I feel like everybody knows it because, like, I don't know, like, especially the way how he passed away. Like,
Yeah,
Young Dolph, like, it kind of like, I wouldn't say it impacted my life, not that, but like, I was like a little damned about it because, like, bro, like, he was like my idol, like my role model. Even with the music, even the way he dressed, the way he moved. The main one here, the way he was my role model is because the way his mindset was, the way he moved his money, he did all that shit. That's the main thing. But I always liked his music, bro. I did him and Key Lock and them. Basically, all like those Memphis rappers and shit.
Memphis rappers.
Yeah, but it was mainly Young Dolph and Key Lock. They're the ones that inspired me to jump on the fucking tracks and shit.
Jump on the tracks. Those were the ones who inspired you to jump on the tracks.
Yeah. And then do music too.
New music.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they know, but if you go to my music, you can tell like the beats and shit. They can tell the way.
It's like kind of like inspired by
Yeah.
the artists you look up to be able to make this type of music.
And then not just that, but like I feel like there's really nobody that does like a Mexican that does into like those type of beats, like those mid-temp beats and all. Like there's rarely anybody like that I know of, that I heard, even famous people, because I listen to music a lot, bro. Like every day I can't go without music, and I never heard any of the artists that go and like Hispanic
Yeah,
into,
I
like,
was
those
just
type beats.
about to say that, Enrique. There was a few days ago we got on. There was this app called it was what, close to Omegle. I mean, it was not Omegle, but it was a certain app. It was what was it? It was like Fun Monkey or
The monkey
the
shit?
monkey
Some
app.
shit
It was like
monkey shit?
a monkey app where you just get on there and
Yeah.
chat with random people. But everybody that you chatted with thought you were black.
Dude, everybody
Yeah,
says that
like,
shit to me, bro.
Nobody ever says like, "Oh, you're Hispanic." No, they're straight up black.
It's because I had some other shorty. I mean, I used to talk to this shorty way back then, though, like back then.
Yeah.
And then finally, she one time she realized, she's like, I talked in Spanish to her, and then I don't know what I was like. I don't know what the fuck I said, bro. And she said, "Wait a minute." She's like, "You know Spanish?" I was like, "What do you mean?"
What does that
I was
mean?
like,
What does that mean?
I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I do. What the fuck?" And she like, "Bro, I always thought you were black because like the way you talk and like your accent, not the accent, but like the way you talk, the way you typed and all that." I was like, "No," I was like, "I just do that since I was a little kid, like
So like that you're
since a young kid, you know." And then I get that confused, and then by the way I dress,
the
way I dress is what people, it gives out the expression that, you know, I'm kind of that type of shit.
So
but
like as Hispanics, we should be dressing up as something
yeah,
else. or
I was
what?
like, no, so this is the way I dress. I mean, but I am like 100% Hispanic, though I ain't black. You guys need to get that shit right, because I have got that shit multiple times.
You know how it is on our lingo. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
They especially you got a cousin who's
yeah, I see what you mean. But no, that's the funny part. I got that shit told multiple times. Bro, they think I do like some other weird shit. Not really weird shit, but like drugs and all that bullshit. By the way, I got that shit told. I was like, it looks like you smoke weed or like drink or do alcohol. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, I don't do that, dude. Like, I don't. I was like, you gotta know me like personal to know what the fuck. Like, I don't do none of that shit like at all.
I always get confused. I still remember in high school, like they would sit and they we'd just hang out in our own little group on the side.
Yeah.
They'd always think that we were doing drugs and
they were like, bro, we're just
going to McDonald's.
Human beings, bro. Like, dude, yeah, we didn't like school. That's for a fact.
I was reading the Bible.
I was like, bro, we don't do shit. Like, we literally just go. In those days, we just literally just go to work, go home, and that's it.
That's it.
And the weekends is when we were popping like out in Mount Home, like
you know,
doing
how,
dumb
like,
shit, going to Walmart like 10 times.
To us, like going to Boise, but yeah, back then it was like going from that small town, Grandview and Bruno. You go here, this is our Boise, so we always thought this place was popping.
Yeah.
So tell me, I mean, did you like it when you first moved in here? I mean, it just kind of died down, like.
I mean, when like the first few months when I moved here to this town, like it was pretty late because I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm finally here in town and shit. Like everything's so close to me, so I don't gotta drive this and that. I obviously have to drive to where I work at, like 30 minutes away type shit. But like now that you live here, it's kind of whack. I'm not even gonna cap.
So like,
kind of boring, bro.
Like it?
I do like it, bro.
like it?
I like living here because like it's just, especially where I moved to this new house, like it's just so peaceful.
The new
here.
neighborhood.
Yeah,
So
it's
what,
just-
like, do you like? Did you like kind of hate the old neighborhood over there? Or?
I mean, I wouldn't say I hate it, but it's just like everything was just like so compact. Like I don't like especially like the way I moved here. I was like, I'm trying to find a house that's away from everybody, because and most people know that I don't like people, right?
Yeah.
I don't got nothing against y'all. I don't.
No, it's
But,
just
like,
we just like to.
I just like being in my own business, like staying in my own lane, like just away from everybody. Because like sometimes like
You get distracted.
yeah, and not just that, but like me personally, I get annoyed sometimes. Like, you know, once in a while, but not really.
No,
like,
it's not a bad
when it's
thing.
packed, like when it's like in and out type shit. Yeah, but like when it's like homies coming over, this and that, like trying to chillax and shit. I don't, not like that. Like I'm cool like that, but I don't know. I just want to get away from everybody. That's the reason why. Like, I didn't want to really nobody know where the fuck I live and shit.
So you've been able to keep that a good secret
Yeah.
here. Like nobody knows everything. Which,
And that's why I moved. I was like, I don't want to be over there no more.
what if someone tries to do some reverse search of to try to find out where you live?
Bro, you want to hear a story? You want to hear a story?
Yeah, I want to hear. Because as soon as you looked at me, I was like,
wait.
oh, okay, so there has been
We didn't
somewhere.
even mention our names.
Huh?
Our
Oh.
names. Okay, so this is Eric, and then
my
I'm
name's Eric.
Enrique. Yeah. for your information, because we didn't say that we're fucked up with each other, but I saying that in the beginning. But yeah, bro, I was fucking. I think I was in my room. I get a call from a shorty, right? And she's like, she's like, well, she was trying to catch up. I was like, she's like, how you doing, this and that, whoop whoop and shit. And I was like, I'm doing good, whatever, this and that. And then I think she's like, I think I fucked around with her. I was like, if you take a guess where I live, I'll cash up you, I think $100 or $200 and shit like that, right? But I never did. hold on. Listen. And then she's like, I bet. And then she was scrolling. She's like, do you know where Luis lives? I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you where he lives though. Like, I was like, but I was like, yeah. I was like, he lives 2 minutes. That's where I fucked up. I was like, he lives like 2 minutes away from me, type shit.
Wait, so is this like girl like smart? Like,
I want to say she's like fucking toxic or some shit.
Or she's just toxic.
It's like toxic, bro. Some shit, bro. She's just, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was weird, but like, it was just like, what the fuck? How? Like how
did you? How soon was it? Like,
did this happen?
When you dared her? Yeah, was it like within the day or two, or what?
And like the way she answered the question, where I lived. Oh, bro, I was like in like 10 minutes.
So you said you dared her, like, you know?
Yeah. When I was on the call with her, I was like, all right, I was like, no, I didn't dare her. I was like, if you take a guess where I live, you get it right, I'll give you like $100, 200, some shit like that. I don't know how much it was. It was a high number, not really high, but you know, up there. And then she's like, I bet. And then that's where I fucked up, because I was like, for some reason she knew where my cousin lived. And then she's like, oh, so you're close to there then? And I was like,
did
I guess.
Your cousin post anything on like, because he obviously, if he lives in a new place, did he ever post it?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I'm not really on social media like that.
Said, no, he lives across town.
I should have, bro. I just never thought she was gonna know where he lives. Like, that's the weird part. That was weird shit.
So she knows she's like the next level toxica type.
Yeah, like that's some like FBI shit, bro. Like, so like yeah, but like getting back to the shit, she's like, so you live like 2 minutes away from him. Like, you live close to him. I was like, I guess you could say that. I was like, they just gotta, like, just back roads and shit. There's probably like 3 or 4 of them that you gotta take, like, that you can take. I was like, if I take the back way, it's pretty closer. It's shorter than that, this and that bullshit. And then she's like, I bet. She's like, give me a few minutes, and we were just chopping it up and shit. And she's like, I was like, and then she's like, okay, I got the addresses. And I was like, all right, you got 3 chances. She told me the first one, I was like, nope. Right? Second one, I thought she was close. But I was like, nope. That ain't it. When she gets the third one, bro, I was like, dude, Jesus Christ. I was like, dude, how? In my head, I didn't tell her. I was like, how the fuck do you know this? Did
you change your tone?
No, I tried keeping it low.
So you're like,
keeping it normal.
Yeah, so she guessed it, and you're like,
yeah, I was like, nope. I should have holding it in so hard, bro. Yeah, and I was like, and then I was like, I was like that, and then I was like, dude. She found it out, and then she's like, no, yeah, it is. I was like, no, it's not that. But she got it right the third. I just didn't want to tell her. Not because I didn't want to give her the money. Obviously, I wasn't gonna give her shit regardless.
You didn't want her knowing where you lived.
And then,
is there a reason for hoping that she didn't find out where you lived?
That she didn't find. Yeah, I don't want her to come. Like, I don't.
She's the type of girl to come over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like
she's already
like
toxic to search on my address and finding her correctly. Jesus. Imagine when you don't think she's gonna roll up one day.
Just to roll up, but like the type of girl to just roll up, just to say, oh yeah, let's do like a drive by, a roll around. At the
good thing here though, like, if they do a drive by, they gotta turn around somewhere here or like the other side of the house. So there's no way around going straight or like going across.
If she did all this reverse engineering to find out your address, what does she do? She buys a drone. And then flies it over.
Throw a rock at it.
All right, if you hear like wasps, look up, and if it's a drone, it's a drone.
No, yeah, I see what you mean, but yeah, when she got it right, bro, I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, nope. And then I was like, we kept talking, chopping it up, and then she's like, she's like, I read FaceTime me real quick, and then I did, but then like I was pointing the ceiling and shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck you want? I was like, what are you trying to show me? What? And she's like, "Is this your house?" Right? She took a picture from my Instagram, right, where like the house is in the background, and then she got the other house, like another picture of the house, bro, on Google Maps. And she's like, "Tell me this doesn't look the same." I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I was like, "Okay." I was like,
gotten some help there.
I don't know. And then I was like,
she's just doing this all.
she's just like that. That's what she is. Like,
So
just like that.
anybody that dates her is just automatically.
They're fucked.
Oh, well.
Like, but yeah, that's just all I was like, dude. I was like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna give you the money. I was capping. I was like, I lied.
So what did she say? It was like pissed off, or what?
She wasn't pissed off, and then
So that's all she cared about. Was to have some motivation to find out where you are.
yeah, and I was like, I think she just wanted me to admit it that I live there type shit. But
you never did.
regardless, like,
Or you
she
did.
kind of find out, bro, because she had the pictures side by side.
Oh, so
of
there's
the
no way
houses.
to deny it.
There's no, yeah.
You were done.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. I was like, you can't. I did tell her, I was like, you can't pull up though. I was like, unless I told you to. But
Yeah.
other than that, you know.
But
you just
she's
can't pull up.
respected it ever since. Like, it's
Yeah,
that,
they haven't came. Nobody has came. I told everybody that even when I posted, I was like, just don't hold up to my new crib like that. Like, the reason why I moved is because of my privacy. You know, and that's people need to understand that.
And
you know,
the privacy thing, I was like, where people just trying to like visit you all the time over at your old house, just all the time, knocking on your door trying to find you, or.
I mean, I guess.
Like, I know it's like not enemies, but like they like just friends that are like, oh, let me. They didn't even text. They don't even text you or anything. They just go out just to find you, just to be like, let me just see what he's up to.
Yeah.
As like because they're bored type situation. So like, is that what they did?
The shorty or anybody?
Anybody.
I mean, you good? I guess, yeah. But like usually I was always working out there with my car, right? So
Yeah.
like they always saw me out there, like, you know, they always wanted to roll up and shit. And then you know how it's close to the main road.
Yeah, it's
So,
like,
like-
super close.
So like they always like either they passed by and they saw me out there and this and that.
Oh,
And
so
they
they were
always stopped
definitely
by.
bored. Like, wait, let's see if
Yeah.
Enrique's outside, and then they see you outside working on your
Bro,
car.
yeah, dude, it is weird. Like, that's the reason why I basically I moved for my privacy because I had people that I can't say names, but like they roll to my house and shit like at night. When I wasn't there.
Oh my god. What? Okay, like, I mean, obviously they probably.
We can't say the names, but like,
But
you know.
is there any bad motives behind it?
No.
But why
It's
would they
like,
break into
I knew
your
them. Like I knew them from years and shit.
So they just broke into your house because.
I mean, no, they didn't break in, but they were just parked outside the house, waiting for me. Like one time, I invited some person over. I wasn't even there, bro. I was at my mom's, and then I think my brother and my homie were there. Like people were there. I don't know who they invited and shit. That person, she just rolled in the house and shit. Cause she's like, is Enrique here? This and that. And then the other homie's like, when she left, the other homie told my brother, he's like, Enrique's inviting this person over and he's not even here. They started laughing. Shit. I was like, fuck. I was like, bro, honestly, I was like, I told her, I was like, I'm not home though and shit, but that's the thing. Like,
I
don't know
I'll
why.
invite you, but I'm not.
She probably thought I was lying.
And this was like, this is back during.
Nah, this was like
back during,
fucking
like, years, like back in 2020,
3
21.
plus years. Yeah, like 3,
Yeah,
2
that was-
plus
that was
years.
long.
That's a while ago. Yeah, but the reason why I moved from over there is because I just wanted my privacy. But that's
Well,
and then not just that, but like I found a good place, you know, like for what the pricing is at, and especially with this fucking stupid marketing right now, but like skyrocketing shit, like all that.
especially by the
mortgage
month,
shit.
it seems like I heard that the Federal Reserve wants to hike the interest rates up again, so that just means that the houses, just to be able to borrow money for a house is going to get even more expensive.
It's gonna get worse day by
And
day.
people don't realize that, people who haven't bought a house yet, or people that haven't been like researching, to be able to get to there, don't realize how much of a difference just a 1%, 2%, or a half a percentage on the interest rate on your mortgage
Affects it, like
yeah.
it's hit. So
It's
yeah,
like
it's
five. It's between like a difference between $100, $300.
yeah.
Yeah, like people who bought their home in 2020 when it was cheap to buy homes, well, cheap to borrow money. Like they're paying like what, like $1,600 a month, or like $1,500, or even cheaper, like $1,200 a month.
Yeah, I think it was like 1,200. Around that area. I'm not really
that's
sure.
That's if you like put 20% down. But if
and it depends where you live.
Yeah,
too,
it depends
like,
where you live too.
Cause up in like the big city, fucking Boise, like nah, bro, that shit's fucking.
Yeah, even those. Yeah, it was cheap to buy homes, but like to borrow money for the homes, but it was expensive to buy them though. So
yeah.
It was a good investment that you made in this one, and I really
and that's what like. And I also had another option. I was like, dude, like either move to an apartment or go back to my parents. So I was like, fuck that. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do shit or like have my privacy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, like, I don't mind living with my parents. You know, it's
but also
mom and dad. But like
an apartment, you would.
There's no privacy.
No
like, you can't do shit. There's a limit to what you can do there. Like you can't parking lot. You know how I am, bro. I need my parking and shit. I need my garage and shit for my car.
I was gonna say you can't leave your car outside.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
And that's why the main thing. I was like, I found this for a good deal and all that. That's what people need to understand, bro. They need to start like putting the money somewhere, like, or investing it into a house or like something.
A monthly subscription to stay somewhere for a month.
Yeah. Or something, bro, because like, they need to understand that makes a big difference there in the future.
I'd rather pay for a monthly subscription to live in there for a month as long as the money's going down for something. So paying down a house is better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's because at the end of the day, it's gonna be yours.
Yeah,
you know, or like if you ever sell it, whatever you put it down,
you can still
it's yours.
Move. You can still it's just a little harder. It's not like, oh yeah, I ended my lease. I'm moving.
Yeah.
It's not like that. I mean, but there's stuff that gotta go in place, but you can still move. Just people don't want to take the extra step to move. They can just sell the house and then wait for it till they get the money and then go out and do their own thing.
Yeah.
So they want to move from Nampa down close to downtown Boise. They can do that. If they got a house. They got to sell the Nampa house. Use some money over there and pay it down. But I just don't.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I get what you mean, but like, sometimes like, don't get us wrong. We're not like talking shit or nothing.
Oh, no.
No, like, take your time though, like.
Yeah, take your time.
Because if everybody out there, yeah, but how you want to do it? It's not easy for it's easy for you guys to say this and that. Trust me, it's not that easy, bro. It's kind of hard.
I know how hard it is.
It's a whole process to.
And it's stressful trying to get through that process. I'm only saying that from experience of trying to push through it.
Yeah.
And trust me, I feel like giving up sometimes, but
just don't give up, because eventually everything's gonna go with green light and you're gonna take off from there and get everything you want.
And trust me, I want to rent. I see the benefits in renting, because there's great benefits in just renting. You rented for a while too.
Like 2 years, 3 years.
3 years, and you didn't really have to worry about much.
I didn't worry about shit. Like the only reason, like in your head though, like in your head, your thoughts there, like, oh, I'm throwing money to trash. You know, but that's it. But other than that, like, you're chilling though. You know, it's just chilling. It's not. I mean, it's not bad though. Like, you're renting. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. You know, you can do that if you can. Like, I wouldn't say if you can't afford a house, none of that bullshit. But like, if you can't, you just rent. Like, it's cool. It's not as bad like that. You know, like I said, you don't gotta worry about shit.
No, renting, and you just rent the place, stay there for a while. Moving people, it's like paying for Netflix. It's paying.
It's like that, yeah.
Amazon is paying for anything. Same thing. It's just more expensive, but yeah, that thought does go in there. But
don't quit, dude.
Yeah, as long as
it's stressful though.
As long as the person themselves knows that they want to rent, that's fine. If the person wants to buy it, that's fine. But as long as they stay where they want to go, push yourself to go where you want to go. If you want to rent, then good for you. If you want to buy, good for you. Just go where you want to go in life, and
don't quit.
Yeah, don't quit. Keep pushing. Trust me, I'm pushing, and I'm not going to explain exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But until it does happen eventually, but it's tough out there. It's not easy. It's not.
No, yeah, especially
I contemplate. I'm just going to rent somewhere up there.
Yeah, and especially, bro, think about where we live. It's Idaho, bro. Like, we got so many people moving into this state, and like everything's skyrocketing even harder here. It's harder for like someone to find a place.
It's harder for an Idahoan that grew up here, making Idaho money compared to the competing with people that make out-of-state money incoming.
Yeah,
it's really tough to compete with that. But guess what? That makes it fun for me. At least for me, that makes it fun. At least we'll get there eventually, but.
No, yeah, like I said, just keep on pushing. Don't fucking quit, dude. Because once, like I told you, once you get something goes good, bro, like it's all gonna take off and shit. That's how it is with that's how it is with everything. Like,
Oh no,
just put your mind to it. Don't give up, and that's it. You just fucking.
It's like anybody who like, you know, people who went to college, people who want to go buy a car, they all know that there's a process. Oh, you want to buy a car, you got to go, you either got to buy it straight or you got to finance it. And if you want to finance it, there's steps to take. Don't give up. Just get it done. Because you're not going to give up because you want the car. And if you're going to go to college and want to get this degree, you're going to go through college to be able to get that degree. You're not going to give up.
Yeah.
You know it's going to cost you money and time.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it's just all patience. That's basically it. You gotta have fucking patience and shit for everything. Because if you don't got patience, then you're gonna be in a rush. Yeah. You know,
you're gonna give up.
You're gonna be in a rush.
Just
and then boom, look at you now. Like, not you, but like, you know, like look at them. Like, it's you quit now. Like you couldn't handle the shit. And then at the end of the day, if you rush shit, it's not gonna come out good. You know. It's always everything's gonna fuck up with you. So that's why, like I said, you gotta take your time with everything. Like, especially now, bro. How everything's running nowadays, like you can't.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Do you still remember the days
harder,
before the pandemic ever happened and stuff like that? It was so much. I don't know if I want to say smoother, but it seemed normal. Like ever since then, nothing.
Peaceful.
Yeah, it was peaceful.
Yeah.
The time before 2020, I remember those days like just. It was our senior year, so our senior year got destroyed by COVID. It's whatever. It's not like it really matters anymore. But it just like the time that it just felt peaceful. It felt. You think of 2019, it feels great. And then right after 2020, everything just feels like a nightmare.
Everything went downfall low key. Not really like I want to say personal wise, but like, you know, like the whole world went downfall throughout that day. And shit, that was the wildest shit, bro. That shit is fucked. Fuck that. Fuck those years. I hated that shit. Like, I didn't like
especially 2020.
Yeah.
I know you. I mean, eventually you'll end up probably like telling snippets of that story, but you went through a lot in 2020, and it was quite a bit. It was not fun to hear everything you went through, but.
And I never wish that on anybody, dude, because it sucks. It sucks bad, dude, what I went through. People don't understand. Like, people think, I'm like, the reason why I hate people is just like, oh, he hates it because of this rapper, this and that, this person that's inspired by, you know, he's inspired by him, this and that. No. I was like, you don't understand what the fuck I went through. Yeah. You know, like, everything that I went, like, I suffered and shit. Like, cause it was what they tried doing.
Yeah, it was such a weird thing just to see. I mean, to know what exactly was happening to you, but it was just weird to see it change you specifically from
it was bad,
the person you were in 2019 and then coming.
I was so friendly, huh?
Yeah, you were different.
I was so friendly. That's what people told me that shit back then. They was like, what? I want to say that they're like, what happened to you? No, not that, but like, they know what changed. Yeah. They know I don't mess with, because I put it out there. I was like, I don't mess with none of you guys no more. And anybody, I don't trust a single soul no more. You know?
It went like this. Like, it was a complete change.
I was like, that made me realize lots of things about people and like the whole world of what they try doing and all. But we'll explain that on a different episode, like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. It's gonna be a much more dedicated episode, and I can't wait for that. For more and more, like just conversations. And then
there's gonna be lots of things in here.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll add some people in here, and then
we're gonna have that, and then there's just the topics. There's gonna be lots of good topics and shit. You know, like literally, we're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna literally talk about everything. You know, like everything's happening in the world, like to us.
Yeah,
like all that.
Especially here in Idaho too. I mean, what else is there going on? I mean, there's today there was. I didn't go to that. I wasn't gonna go, but over at the Boise Fairgrounds there was a beer and baking festival going on. That's just some of the newer things. Obviously, downtown is always going on pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I don't like downtown anymore.
You don't like downtown anymore?
No.
Oh yeah, you got some stories to tell.
I got lots of things. Yeah. So me, like, we got lots of things to say.
That's why you just. Best advice for downtown: just lay low and do your things in your own.
And don't do nothing stupid.
Yeah. That's why whenever I take anything down there, it's either Uber or you park far away.
Yeah. Well, technically, I didn't do nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Because I was doing my normal shit.
They just don't like the way
they don't like it. They don't like people's like the tension of those cars and shit. That's Or like, you know, well, that's a different. We'll talk about that somewhere else. But different topic, but yeah, that's mainly the thing here. We're just gonna talk about literally everything. Why we did Boys Talk. Like I said, we did it because it's like the homies, you know, it's homies talking and shit. That's the reason why it's like the boys, you know, like we're all the boys here and shit. We just have convos and shit with you guys. Or like, let's say we haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks or like whenever time, you know, we got shit to catch up on too. Obviously, like, you know, we're closer than that, you know, but like sometimes we got shit we forget while we're talking on the phone or some shit, and then we remember it here, you know. Yeah, or like shit like that.
That's sometimes we get so like sidetracked. It just goes like, wait, hold up, I just remember that. So just like you get snippets of what conversations on the phone looks like. It's pretty much the same anyways, but it's like you have like something else in your mind that somebody's gonna be watching, and you're like, oh wait, I shouldn't say that, or I shouldn't say it in that way, or I shouldn't say it like this. But in reality, it's not much censored. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
keeping the same amount of respect and being considerate for, because you can't imagine yourself in that. Like, say somebody is going through something, and you're not gonna sit there and just berate them bad. I mean, even if we're talking on the phone privately.
Yeah.
Because what if that was us? I mean, we think about putting each other in our shoes.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's why.
A lot. But yeah, it's just we're gonna talk about so much other things.
Your love stories
and the main thing is like we don't even care if anybody's even watching us. Eventually they'll be,
or they get hurt at the funeral service. I don't. Me personally, I don't really give a rat's ass. I don't care. Everybody knows that. I literally don't care.
Just say whatever you want.
Yeah, I got so much shit to say, dude. Like I got shit. Like
there's some juicy.
Like the love stories and shit.
Yeah, there's I know you.
I got so much of that.
Little situations there. I know your most recent situation has left you very, very changed. Like it just, you haven't done anything. You haven't gone out to see anybody. It just that happened. That situation happened, and then everything stopped. It's just you haven't gone out and nothing.
Yeah, it's because
we'll explain that in one day.
Yeah. It's a long story. Oh, I'm
just saying that you've changed completely, and
even before that though, I never really went out, but like that person really made me want to like push to go out there more, you know. But then boom, everything went downfall, and then I went back down to like normal. Like, all right, I can't literally mess with no girl or like trust the person no more, you know.
And that's why you were able to pump out more music. It's just the inspiration you got out of the fire of your heart. I mean,
but don't get me wrong.
Anybody that's pumping out that much music has the time to go out and do stuff. No. So.
But don't get me wrong though. Like I'm not saying like I'm not gonna talk to that person. You know, like I don't got nothing but good shit towards them.
All
like,
respect,
you know,
yes.
All respect. I got so much shit. Like I ain't got a cow. I would talk to that person again, even though because it's kind of my fault. Like what the fuck happened and shit.
It was your fault.
Not really, but like.
But like
in a sense, it kind of is.
Feel like it was
yeah. But like, I don't blame myself like bad. But like,
I wouldn't blame you if you feel like if you looked over that situation many times and you say you feel like it was your fault. I wouldn't blame you if I put myself in your shoes right there.
Yeah, because I was like, but it is what it is, you know. Maybe I did mess up a little bit there. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But other than that, like, I would talk to them back. I would. If they came back and they wanted to talk to me, I will, you know.
Well, that's
because like I told you, like she really brought me out and about over there, and I did.
It changed you, like that's why
I was happy.
It wasn't like a bad change. It's like it's like a change that like is strange because
I was
the
happy
effect
with
they
it, bro.
left on you is like on their character. It's like, whoa, you changed Enrique this much. Like you kind of meant a lot to them. That's different. I mean, that's something I haven't seen in.
Since my high school days.
During the happy days.
Since fuck, dude.
COVID,
It was ever since that days. Yeah, you're right.
That's also, it kind of brings back an old you in a certain way.
When I was with that person?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. You even know, remember I used to always call you and shit. When I was about to meet her up with that person and this and that. I even told you I was so excited, dude. I was low-key so happy, bro. Like, just finally meeting that person, like, in person. You know, because, like, I've known her for, like I told you, I know her for a little minute, but I never really like shot my shot like that. Or like, I mean, I wouldn't say I shot my shot because like that person is the one that was in my DMs, you know. But like I had her in mind, you know. But like this and that, you know what I mean? Like,
but you know, like out of someone would come out of your demons to change you this much, like she must. It
just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Special, like. I mean, let's get into it another day, but like
we'll get into it another day.
She's that much special, like she's different.
It's because like to sum it up, but we'll talk about it later on. But like to sum it up, is like she left me with questions. She left me with like why, or like, you know, like I wouldn't say speechless, but like I just want my answers, you know, my good answers. That's all I want, or like an apology on like why. Like that quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all deserve.
But like nowadays in this generation, everybody's like those people. Everybody's different nowadays. You know, everybody moves weird. But it is what it is. You know, you gotta move on.
But like, I'm confused. Like she just left quick and gave you no like answers. Like
Yeah,
I feel like something could have been explained more.
I feel like something would have been explained more. That
like
just
out of your heart. Like it's just out of your heart. Like that's what your heart needs.
Yeah, like and that's why. Like I still like something till this day doesn't seem right with me. Like I just low key, I need my shorty back. You know, that's what I need. I mean, not really. I don't need like without her, I won't be living. You know, I can't live. No, not that, bro. But like, I just. The convos, that's what, and like the way she showed me that, you know, I'm actually somebody that she made me feel like that low key, like, you know, I actually meant to somebody type shit, you know, but like this, just like she made me feel like a whole different person when I was with her type shit. It was like peaceful, like everything just went away.
Like it was like you were the only person that mattered to her, and that she was your only attention. No attention at all. Like, you know, there was no attention being divided by other. It was just
like everything, all my problems and everything when I was with her, but everything went away, and that's why I think that's what triggered me. I do like, what the fuck, like.
It's like they bring back this old you, and it's like, whoa, this person was able to bring back an old me.
No, I wouldn't say.
Of an old
yeah, like not the friendly part, none of that bullshit no more, but like. That part, yeah, like it made me feel like happy.
Like, it went from heartless to full of heart, and then
back to fucking cold hearted now. That's like she's like frozen now. But like, I just wished and everything went correctly the first time, you know. And like I said, it is what it is, you know.
Well,
it's
if
all,
you had a chance,
it's all it is. To what?
If you had a chance to talk to her again one day, I mean, would you?
I would. Easy, like.
Easy.
I wouldn't even hesitate to even, you know, if I see her in person, or if she needs anything. I told her before, I was like, if that person needs anything at any single time, any given moment, I'll fucking be there for her no matter what. You know, I won't say who it is. I'll keep my things private. You know, nobody's gonna know who she is, unless, cause like I told her, like she knows the way I moved and the way I lived. Like I got so much people. You know, like looking at me, you know, like that hate me and also this and that bullshit. And that's what I told her. I was like, you know, if I'd like to keep my life private. She knows I don't like people in general too. And we're kind of the same. But that's the thing, like everything she had and I had were so common, bro. Everything, bro, like everything.
She really struck.
It's like I really thought she was like she had it all, like what I wanted, but boom, everything I guess was different. At the ending, though, it's just, I don't know, maybe, like I said, I need my explanation.
You got no hate towards her at all.
I don't, bro.
Even after all this, you don't have
I don't got nothing but love towards that person. That's it. Like I said, I do miss convos. I do miss that. Like, even all that shit. I just wish, you know, everything went right the first time. But I'll get into that shit deeper another episode though.
Yeah, let's save that for another episode. But obviously,
there's just so much shit, bro. We got so much shit that we gotta talk about.
And that's why with Boys Talk, we're gonna be able to talk more and more into more details about certain juicier topics. Obviously, current events or this and that. bring guests, and it's just gonna be a good time. Good. Boys talk. That's all it is. Just boys talking. So, it's interesting that we pumped it out just like that.
Yeah, because I was like, we just gotta make the move.
Yeah, we just make. Yeah, that's all that matters. You get
and
to
it took
work
us,
on it.
What, like 3? No, I would have said like 5 days.
5 days, because we had to order
like, you had to order that, and then boom, I told you that, let's get this shit rolling.
It was literally like last other week, where it was like, okay, I'm going to set this thing in order.
Yeah.
5 days, 6 days came, this thing came. 3 days later, we're here.
Yeah.
So it was all
a little process, but we got it down.
And even then, to try to set up the process, because we hadn't actually set up the process even then. This is quite a bit, but we got it done, and I'm excited that we're gonna continue doing this more into the future. Just we're gonna get better
and see where it takes us.
Yes.
Because, like I said, nobody does this here, and we're trying to be the least.
Not at all.
The first ones to actually blow up, because there's nobody here in Idaho has blown up from anything. No. We don't have no rappers, we don't have no famous, nothing like that, bro. Like what I mean famous, with the other higher people type shit like that. And we don't have nobody.
Yeah.
No, and who knows? Anything can happen in a matter of seconds. Maybe one day we'll just take off or some shit. We're just gonna manifest that shit.
What if my joke from earlier? I mean,
you never know. You never know.
You never know with anything. I mean, they cash me out, girl. Because
you said that she got famous.
Yeah, she got famous after cash me outside. I mean,
no, they do what the fuck. And that really shows that you can say anything. And like I said, it takes that one hit.
Just one hit, one viral sensation clip.
That people fuck with and shit. Yeah. But other than that, that's all we gotta speak about. We just want to introduce each other and shit, and what we're gonna speak about, the meaning between the name and all that shit. That's basically mainly it. What we're gonna do here. This is way more shit, and this is not our setup though. We got This is just for the right now. We got way more shit. We're gonna have tables. We're gonna have shit right here on the wall, LEDs and everything.
Set of contacts too.
And and chairs and different I guess everything organized for the mics and shit.
Everything organized. We're gonna have everything much more set up. I mean, we might as well sometimes we might even do it outside. Have a little nice talk outside, on chairs, maybe some recliners.
Everywhere, yeah.
So. But this will be the main setup, at least for moving forward. But for now, until we think of just a more what we want to do on themes and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Oh, Enrique was pretty awesome,
Yeah, I mean, dude, this shit went fast. Yeah. Look, it's already. We did at least an hour, 58 minutes.
I really hope it's still going.
Dude. What you think?
Oh, no. All right. But either way, guys, just hope you guys enjoy.
That shit better be running here.
It better be still running. I hope I'm still talking to somebody over here. Anyways, take good care, guys. We're gonna see more of us. So, all right.
Yeah. Peace.
Bro. Oh, yeah, we're still good.
Was it?
We're at 50.